What makes a piece of jewelry not just beautiful, but truly historic? In today's video, we'll explore the fascinating world of royal earrings passed down through generations, focusing on the treasured jewels inherited by Queen Elizabeth II from her grandmother, Queen Mary. These earrings are more than just sparkling accessories. They carry with them stories of love, diplomacy, and family legacy. What secrets lie behind Queen Mary's habit of redesigning her jewels? Which of the inherited earrings did Queen Elizabeth II favor most, and why? Stay tuned as we uncover the stories behind these iconic pieces. Which of these stunning earrings would you most like to see worn in the future, and on whom? Let me know in the comments. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. The Bombay Presidency Earrings, later known as the Queen Mary's Cluster Earrings, were gifted to Queen Mary, then the Duchess of York, on March 7, 1894, in honor of her wedding. This present was organized by Lady Kimberly on behalf of Lady Harris, wife of the governor of the Bombay Presidency, along with other ladies from the region. The earrings featured 2 diamonds, each weighing approximately 6 carats. Initially, the diamonds were set in classic drop earrings. According to the Gerard archives, they were redesigned in April 1894, although the exact details of the first alteration remain unclear. By 1939, Queen Mary decided to modify the earrings once again, demonstrating her characteristic approach to jewelry redesign. The diamonds were placed within a border of fine pavé set, some of which had previously adorned other wedding gifts given to Mary by Sir William Mackinnon. Queen Elizabeth II inherited the earrings following Queen Mary's death in 1953. Despite their historical importance, Elizabeth often favored wearing a different pair, the Floret Earrings, also created using diamonds from Sir William Mackinnon's wedding gift. Nevertheless, the Bombay Presidency Earrings remained a significant part of her collection, and their elegant, understated design perfectly suited Queen Elizabeth II's style throughout her reign. Let's now take a closer look at the Floret earrings mentioned earlier. As noted, the diamonds used in these earrings were part of the wedding gift from Sir William Mackinnon to Queen Mary in 1893. They were initially set as solitaire studs, but in 1939, the diamonds were removed from their original setting and repurposed by Gerard into a new design. The Floret earrings feature a central diamond surrounded by 7 smaller brilliants, forming a delicate floral motif. Queen Mary, already a widow by this time, wore these earrings in several official portraits. Queen Elizabeth II inherited the earrings in 1953 upon her grandmother's death, and they became one of the most recognizable pieces in her official wardrobe. Their compact size and subtle sparkle made them ideal for daytime events, requiring just the right amount of royal glamour without excessive opulence. The Cambridge emerald earrings are an elegant and meaningful piece of jewelry, created as part of the famous Delhi Durbar parure. The suite was commissioned by Gerard in 1911 for Queen Mary's coronation as Empress of India. It included a tiara, necklace, brooches, earrings, and a stomacher, all adorned with emeralds and diamonds. These earrings were designed in a classic style, oval cabochon emeralds surrounded by 11 diamonds, creating a refined but understated look. Despite their simplicity, the earrings complement the grandeur of the parure, which features far more intricate pieces. Queen Mary, known for her preference for smaller earrings, deliberately chose this minimalist design to avoid overwhelming the overall ensemble. Interestingly, one of the emeralds came from the legendary Cambridge Emeralds collection, a set of jewels with its own fascinating history. The other emerald was provided by Gerard & Co., the crown jewelers, who created the earrings for the Delhi Durbar set. The Cambridge emeralds were originally acquired by Princess Augusta, Duchess of Cambridge, through a charity raffle in Frankfurt in the early 19th century. These emeralds nearly left the royal family's collection when Prince Francis of Teck, who inherited them, bequeathed them to his mistress. However, Queen Mary intervened, purchasing the jewels for £10,000 and returning them to the royal collection. Returning to the earrings, it is worth noting that Queen Elizabeth II, who inherited the parure in 1953, frequently wore these earrings with the matching Delhi Durbar necklace. In numerous photographs, the Queen is seen wearing the Cambridge emerald earrings, which add a noble green hue to her outfits, whether for grand ceremonies or state banquets. The understated elegance and historical significance of the earrings make them a true jewel in the royal collection. The ruby cluster earrings, part of Queen Mary's collection, became one of Queen Elizabeth II's favorite ruby jewels. These earrings were a birthday gift to Queen Mary from her husband, King George V, in 1926. They feature a large faceted ruby surrounded by 9 brilliant cut diamonds. Although Queen Mary loved to have her jewelry redesigned, she never altered these earrings. Their classic design has remained intact to this day. In 1947, Queen Mary gifted the earrings to her granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth, as a wedding present. From that point on, these earrings became a beloved part of Elizabeth's jewelry wardrobe, despite her having other ruby earrings of similar design. The Queen often paired them with various tiaras and necklaces, highlighting their elegance and versatility. The ruby cluster earrings have been worn at numerous significant events, both during the day and in the evening. Despite their bold color, these earrings maintain a surprisingly subtle and harmonious look, complementing everything from white evening gowns to more vibrant ensembles. Next, we will examine 2 pairs of pearl earrings that are often mistaken for each other due to their similar design, but each has its own unique story. Both pairs became part of Queen Elizabeth II's collection through Queen Mary, though one pair was given to the future queen as a wedding gift, while the other was inherited after Mary's death. The Ladies of Devonshire earrings were presented to Queen Mary, then Princess May, in 1893 as a wedding gift. These earrings consist of pearl button studs topped with a small round diamond. The gift was organized by the Ladies of Devonshire, a special committee chaired by Lady Clinton. The earrings were chosen to complement a pearl and diamond necklace, which could be converted into a tiara given by another group, the Ladies of England. Queen Mary often wore the Ladies of Devonshire earrings together with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara or the Ladies of England tiara, creating cohesive and elegant ensembles. In 1947, Queen Mary gave the Ladies of Devonshire earrings to her granddaughter, Princess Elizabeth, as a wedding gift. These earrings became one of Elizabeth's favorite pieces, worn almost daily. Their lightweight and simple yet classic design made them a perfect accessory for any outfit, from everyday looks to more formal attire. The larger pearl button earrings are another similar pair that also belonged to Queen Mary, but were inherited by Queen Elizabeth II in 1953 after Mary's death. These earrings resemble the Ladies of Devonshire earrings, but differ in several key ways. Firstly, the pearls in the larger pearl button earrings are larger, and the diamond on top is bigger and set in claw prongs rather than the smaller round diamond in the Devonshire pair. These differences may seem minor, but they become apparent upon closer inspection. Although Queen Elizabeth occasionally wore the larger pearl button earrings, they never achieved the same popularity as the Ladies of Devonshire earrings. The Duchess of Gloucester's pendant earrings are a unique piece of jewelry that evolved over time into 2 distinct pairs. Both parts entered Queen Elizabeth II's collection from her grandmother, Queen Mary, but at different stages of her life. These earrings have a long history, dating back to the early 19th century when they belonged to Princess Mary, Duchess of Gloucester and Edinburgh, a daughter of King George III. The upper part of the earrings, exquisite diamond button studs with a central pearl surrounded by diamonds, was given to Elizabeth by Queen Mary in 1947 as a wedding gift. At the time, just months before her wedding, Princess Elizabeth was preparing for a tour of South Africa, and these earrings became an essential part of her bridal jewelry. She wore them not only on her wedding day, but also during her honeymoon. Known as the Gloucester diamond and pearl earrings, this portion was a favorite of Queen Mary, who frequently wore the studs alone, leaving the pendants unused. The lower part of the earrings, pearl drops surrounded by a diamond frame, was inherited by Elizabeth in 1953 after Queen Mary's death. By that point, the pendants had been refitted with separate diamond studs, allowing them to be worn independently. independently. This transformation effectively turned one pair of earrings into two distinct pairs, both of which became part of Elizabeth's collection. The pendant earrings could be worn with or without the pearl drops, offering a more minimalist but equally refined look. While Queen Elizabeth usually wore the complete version with the pearls, she occasionally opted for the diamond frames alone. A notable instance occurred in 2003 during a royal appearance in Edinburgh, where she wore only the diamond setting without the pearl drops, showcasing the versatility of the design. Now that Queen Elizabeth II is no longer with us, it will be interesting to see which members of the royal family, perhaps Queen Camilla or Catherine, Princess of Wales, will choose to carry on the tradition of wearing these historic earrings. However, given Camilla's non-pierced ears, it's unlikely that we'll ever see her wearing these historic earrings. Which pair of earrings would you most like to see worn in the future, and on whom? In addition to the jewelry Queen Elizabeth II inherited from Queen Mary, other significant pieces have been passed down through generations within the British royal family. Among them are the Coronation earrings, which, despite being part of the crown's regalia, can also be viewed as part of the legacy carried forward by Elizabeth, including from Queen Mary. These earrings, created for Queen Victoria in 1858, have been an essential part of royal ceremonies, worn by every queen since Victoria, including Queen Mary and Queen Elizabeth II. The Coronation earrings and matching necklace were commissioned by Gerard for Queen Victoria after she was required to return some jewels to the House of Hanover in 1857. These jewels had originally belonged to Victoria's grandmother, Queen Charlotte, and were claimed by the Hanoverians as part of their inheritance. To replace the lost items, Victoria ordered new earrings and a necklace, repurposing diamonds from the royal collection, including stones removed from items like garter badges and sword hilts. The earrings themselves feature large diamond studs with detachable pear-shaped diamond drops. Like their sister piece, the Coronation necklace, which includes the Lahore diamond pendant, the earrings have been part of every British Queen's coronation ensemble. Queen Mary wore the necklace for her coronation in 1911, and her daughter-in-law, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, wore the full set, including the earrings, during her coronation in 1937. Hugh Roberts noted that Queen Mary supposedly wore these earrings for her husband's coronation. However, in the photographs, she appears to be wearing her diamond collet earrings, which were crafted using extra diamonds from the coronation necklace. It's possible that she wore different earrings for the official photos, or perhaps only the upper studs of the original pair. In 1953, these same pieces were central elements of Queen Elizabeth II's coronation attire. Throughout Queen Elizabeth II's reign, the coronation earrings and necklace continued to play a prominent role in her wardrobe for major events, such as state banquets and ceremonies. They were especially favored for the state opening of Parliament, where their elegant yet majestic design made them the perfect match for other significant jewels, like the George IV state diadem and the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Thank you so much for watching. It was a joy to dive into the stories behind these royal earrings, and I hope you found them just as captivating. Which piece surprised you the most, and who do you think will wear them next? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me bring you more exciting content about royal jewelry. Until next time,